We on Studio 10 love to highlight the arts, especially when Broadway comes to East Lansing. Today, we're joined by one powerful artist who's charged with bringing the story of Tina Turner to life, Ari Grooves. Let's get right into it. So Tina had such an incredible story, one that's of triumph and, of course, resiliency. And we already know a lot about her career and her personal life. But what new information will audiences learn about Tina on stage?
I think you're going to learn how much of how goofy and funny she really is, despite all of the, tumultuous things that were in her life. She found a way to find the joy out of things. I think you start to see that she really was the matriarch for her movements, and why she was able to be the global icon in her late 30s, early 40s, and beyond.
From watching old videos of Tina and knowing her story, one of the things that she fought for when she split from Mike is her name. So she worked to create that stage name, and when she left her marriage, she said that was okay if that was the only thing she walked away with. So why is that message so important, especially to the women who are watching this story in the audience?
She helped to develop that brand. People wanted to hear her voice, Tina Turner's voice. As much as it was the Ike and Tina review, she made that sound of actually a nation at a time, where, politically, culturally, it was a change, it was a shift. So she had worked so hard. She went through the struggles, the abuse, the joys, the pains of carrying that name and having that last name Turner. And the fact that I decided to change it to Tina, and she was so willingly able to adjust to that, shows how much she has sacrificed to put into that. So even with anything, she was just like, money will come and go. But what's not going to go is the fact that I've established this household name. So I definitely think for a lot of women who may be going through a certain scenario, situation, women, younger, older, any type of woman, with that being said, it can relate to this story in a sense of where I wanted to just keep this. I wanted to have this. This is mine. Let me own what I worked for.
Wow, and that's an incredible story that she has. But now I want to get into the dancing. And just from seeing the promos and the videos and the behind the scenes and rehearsals, you, the Ikettes, the whole cast is really putting your all into this performance, both physically and vocally. But how do you guys prepare for this every single night?
It's definitely a show where I think you have to vocally warm up, and just as much as you warm up, you have to cool down at the same time. There's so many different ranges without this show, and the show is a marathon. It's not something that is a quick sprint. So you really have to navigate the waters of how you feel that day. Some days you're like, oh, my allergies are bothering me. What other options can I take? But I think not only just preparing, with technique and everything like that, like how we have been taught and trained to do, but it's also allowing yourself to have fun. So it's really about, like, as much as we are taking it seriously, sometimes you also got to be like, we're playing make believe.
We love that. And I especially love that you said that this is a marathon. And speaking of, I watched an old performance of you going through that marathon, and I saw you do that Proud Mary scene, and I know there was a little wardrobe malfunction. Are there any other wig throwing moments or exciting moments that our audience should look forward to seeing?
I will just say this, the end, of course, of what you see on the video, it is worth it. It is so worth it. You went through this journey with Tina, and then you get a special surprise. I don't want to ruin it. I know some people have seen the videos, have seen my wig fall off and just went around the world. But the ending will remind you of why Tina is the queen of rock and roll.
All right. Thank you so much, Ari. And on that note, break a leg. We wish you the absolute best on this performance. Well, performances for Tina, the Tina Turner musical, begin tomorrow night at the Wharton Center, and the show runs from Tuesday, April 18th until Sunday, April 23rd. You can purchase tickets online at whartoncenter.com, and you can call the ticket office at 517 432-2000, or you can visit the ticket office in person at 750 East Shaw Lane.